Here at Brennan Carr, we do things the old way. We're known for our roast beef sandwich.
I love the roast beef. I always get a dip. It's that good mess. I always say, like, it's that good mess. You know, it's worth it.
I got 2 cheese beef, double dip.
The best. It's the best. You're never gonna get roast beef better than this.
You're in our home, it's your way, you're our guest.
This is like a Brooklyn tradition. I mean, there's other places around, but nobody compares.
I would be surprised if somebody was doing it better because I live this. My experience here is 47 years. It takes a lot to get the door open. Everything in this business has to be perfect. And you know what I say? This is real Brooklyn.
There's nothing like a roast beef and onion rings to forget about your golf score. You know what I mean?
Very picky eater.
I am a very picky eater. Very rare we'll hear somebody ask for mayo. I'll say, who eats mayo? You know, and it's not a sarcastic answer because I want this done the way I would like to eat. And I would like it to be clean the way I like. And I love to treat people the way I like to be treated. My name is Eddie Sullivan. We're here at Brennan Carr in Brooklyn, New York, right at the intersection of Avenue U. We consider ourselves a true American restaurant. Hamburgers, fries, beer, soda, and just good folks from Brooklyn and now all over the place. I really believe that we serve as good as roast beef sandwich as you could get anywhere in the country. We do it in a very traditional way. So the roast beef we cook daily. The sandwich is dipped in our broth, which we have boiling all day long. And that's made from the juices of the roast beef with a little bit of stock. We get in early in the morning, make sure the place is sanitized. There's a checklist we go through. Oh, good, Richie's here.
I've only seen you in the getup.
This is my undercover.
You do look like an
I try not to be spotted out there. Hello, good morning, how are you? Here we are in Brennan Carr. We're gonna get ready to set up the dining room for a day of work. Then I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna check all the ketchups. Try to have a full bottle of ketchup on every table. Grab the new ones and put them on the tables that we need to replace them on.
Who taught you to be this clean?
Oh, my grandmother was big on cleaning. My father was big. He'd have the waiters come in every day, wipe the chairs down. All the salt and pepper shakers have to be wiped with a hot rag, get all the smudges off them.
So the napkin holders are done. Now we check the salt and pepper. If they need to be filled, we'll fill them up. Spoon for the pepper. Pour it in. Because it's such a big bottle, can't really just pour it all in one shot. We've got small salt shakers.
I do have quirks about certain things, and believe it or not, people will say our soda tastes the best. Our machines are sanitized every day. We take them apart. We clean all that sticky stuff because syrup is sticky. We want it to taste as clean and fresh as possible. It's very important. The beer is very special at Brennan Carr, and I'm obsessed with serving it. Number one, we serve it ice cold. We served it in a chilled mug. Right now, I'm going to pour a Miller Lite for one of our good customers. And listen, I'm not a beer drinker. In fact, I've never tasted beer. Believe me, I hear it quite often. You have the best beer. And they look at me for an answer. And what am I going to say? Because I've never tasted it.
Great every time.
When I was a youngster, my grandmother was a waitress here. She'd give me these little chores to do, and she wanted things done a certain way. You could earn $1, you know, helping her, and she could find 10 reasons not to give you the $1. And most of the time you didn't get that $1, and you definitely didn't say nothing to her. All these little details are extremely important because our customers are very important. We're on a pickup for the bread, which is a 7-day-a-week job. Bread Plus, I love them. They have the most amazing product, but they won't deliver. So every day we get on the belt. Right now we're moving, but believe me, there's many days where this becomes an hour trip where it should be 10 minutes. Finding the right roll here has always been a challenge. Most commercial products, when you dip a roll, a hamburger roll, they'll just disintegrate right in front of you. Good morning. How are you? There's Danielle. She works here. She's unbelievable. Here we got Vinny, the owner. He's going to help us today.
How are you? When we come in the morning, we take out his bread, we proof it, and we cook it. So the bread is not something that's rushed.
I could buy packaged rolls all over.
Oh, yeah.
Get it delivered, but I'll never do it. And he knows the effort and time and love, because this is a love too. To do this, to get here at 3 in the morning, to work holidays, you know, and put out a great product. I know, because I don't like getting on the Bell Parkway every day, 7 days a week. Because he's on camera, he's helping me. See that? And he's opening the door. He never opens the door. Yeah. You're so full of it. The type of roast beef that we will only use here at Brennan Carr's is top round roast beef that we butcher in-house. That's been since day one. Here's our delivery of top rounds. We already prepared some buckets for cooking. All this meat here will be cooked and served by tonight or tomorrow afternoon. I use the term, it's red like an apple. You know, when you see that freshness, you know, that color, you know that that has not been sitting in a warehouse. So I'm gonna hand this off to Jose. He's gonna work with 2 or 3 of these. Our butcher Jose, he's a traditional butcher, very talented. He comes here, he does 20, 25 boxes a week. He slices it open, drains the blood out that would be in the bag, and he starts trimming it. He takes the trimmings, he puts it in a separate pan. Then he'll take some of that fat that he trimmed off, he'll tie it back in. This way we prevent shrinkage, we prevent most of the juices from dripping out. Jose, who's with me for years, the guy goes to work at 3 in the morning at his other shop, and he works 5, 6 hours, and then he gets in a cab or a bus, and he comes to Brennan Carr by 10 o'clock, 9:30. He's got a good family, he works hard. You know, he's what the rest of us want.
We got 3 daughters.
Yeah, one's a nurse, right?
Yeah, yep.
We just take a light seasoning, grounded up salt, pepper, just a tiny bit of herbs, very little on the meat. As we need it, we'll bring it up to the oven. We're gonna slow roast it, about 325 to 350, the highest. So this is how our broth gets all this beautiful flavor. The roast, when we cook them in the pans, the juice all drops. Put that over there. Now we're gonna bring this over to the broth trough. Now we take all this natural juice, it's added directly to the broth. The broth is definitely the heart. Definitely you could say it's liquid gold. Our meat is all cooked in these same trays that we clean every day, and they collect a lot of juices, and we add them to this giant stock pot. This is something we've been using here for 90 years, 88 years, this broth trough. We fill it up, and this is where the sandwiches get dipped in. We've been doing that way since day one. Everything is done exactly as I remember as a kid. People watch us dipping the sandwiches. They feel like it's a blessing, the way they say, all right, keep dipping it, keep dipping it. They'll yell out instructions to us. I need more of that broth, I need more of that broth. Pour it on.
All right, so we grab a nice fresh one we made earlier. Right on this bad boy.
We like to slice it as thin as the slice will allow us.
We keep it in between the 6 and the 7, honestly. Somewhere in between. Most important thing is that we make it with love. Every day. All day, every day. And then every sandwich we have gets weighed to 8 ounces right there. 0 for 2. The scale's messed up, right? It's not me, I promise. So what you love about it is how beautifully pink it is on the inside. We don't want to overcook the beef when we're making it, because once we put it in the broth as we're dipping, it's going to get cooked even more. So if people extra rare, you want it in and out quick, because if you leave it in too long, your rare is going right out the window. We dip our sandwiches a few different ways here. The first one would be dingle dangle, which is just dip the meat. Keep the bread dry, and then we'll give you a little side of gravy. Then just our standard dip, which is the meat and then the top bun. So it's not too wet, A little bit of gravy on the bottom, not too much though. And then we got number 3, which is a double dip, where we dip the meat, and then we'll dip the top bun, and then take the whole sandwich and dip it in. Boom. And then the 4th one is a K.F.J, knife and fork job. Top bun, then the whole sandwich again, and then we'll take a little ladle and make a nice little puddle on top, so it's sitting in a puddle of broth.
Our burger, it's a house-made burger, meaning the top rounds, when we trim it down, we collect all the trimmings, clean those trimmings up, but we do like an 80-20 fat content. We take those trimmings, we run them through 2 times. We bring it over to the second machine named the Housemade. That machine that you're looking at was built in 1961, which is an old school, and I mean old school, and it presses out for us a 1/4 pound burger. You have too much in there? Like I said, this thing does not like to be touched by too many hands.
So we got here nice fresh burgers we're gonna throw right on. So the Gargiulo's been on the menu for about 10 years now. And the Gargiulo family would come in on Sunday nights and they'd ask for a cheeseburger and a roast beef separate and then just put it on the same bun. So then Eddie just decided, you know what, we'll just put it on the menu all in once. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Eddie don't like that.
Is he talking to me or you? When you start out working here, we're all in the kitchen. You have to earn your spot here. And the goal eventually is for most of the young guys to be out in the dining room.
Can someone walk in and just apply for a serving job here?
No. To be a server here, we consider it a big privilege. Why? Because you're in direct contact with the customers that come into Brennan & Carr's.
Shirt, jacket, yep, everyone is required to wear it when you work in the dining room. In my book, always got 3 pens. I always carry 3 pens, no matter what. Ready for business when we open.
Richie Chi-Chi Egan has been with us since he's a young man. He's a big figure here.
And I worked with, they were old timers. These guys were no joke, but they were very good people. You know, they taught me well. There were rules to follow with them. I did everything, front counter, to the grill, to slicing, even dishes. I did it all.
We came here because of Mr. Ritchie, but we're coming back because of the sandwich.
Man, you're half the reason we wanted to come.
Thank you guys,
Yeah,
appreciate
we'll
it.
be back, yeah.
Take care,
Thank you.
have a good day.
We all call him Chi-Chi. Maybe I'm the only one that doesn't call him Chi-Chi. I still call him Richie.
They're regulars of mine. Yep. Since you were a little kid, I've been serving. It makes me feel very, very old.
It's very, very important that you know you're schooled in the right way.
How long have you been working?
Like 6 to 7 years?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I started in the kitchen, then I worked my way to the grill. I mean, I love it, everything. I love dealing with the customers, cooking. I mean, like I said, we make it with love. So everything made with love is just, that's it.
Are you from the neighborhood?
Yeah, I live like 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away. Most of us are all from the neighborhood, yeah. We're like a family here, you know what I'm saying? So not many people leave. I just got lucky, I came at the right time. And then once I was in, like, I loved it right away, it was great.
I think people are obsessed with Brennan & Carr's because of the tradition of being brought here as a child, continue on coming here, you know, dating their girlfriends, all of a sudden getting married, bringing their families in. So we have a long history with our customers.
This is a wonderful present that my kids gave us. I think it was for our anniversary, maybe
It was
Mother's
your
Day.
birthday, I think. Mother's Day or your birthday.
How long have you been coming here?
1968.
1968, yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
So my dad worked here as a kid alongside his mother, and he had an opportunity to buy Brennan & Carr's with my mom. They were raising a family. You know, to buy Brennan & Carr's was a big deal. Probably in the late 70s, I took a bigger active role, and my mother and father were able to have a little freedom. But my dad passed away, you know, 6 years ago. Listen, I had the opportunity to work on a daily basis with my father. As well as him being my dad, you know, we shared in the same passion. My heart is in this restaurant, and even though my dad has passed away, his heart, I still feel it pumping, you know, keeping me going.
A grilled chicken sandwich and 2 fries. Thank you. I've been here 38 years now. It'll be 39 years in May.
Loyal servant.
That's what they say.
A lot of challenges, as we all know, in all businesses and all things in life. But we meet the challenges, and you never give up. If you give up, you lose. So you keep going forward, whatever's thrown at you. People will ask me, what's your plan? What's your plan? You're getting older. The plan is to come in every day and do what we love.